Alright, so as most of you guys know, the race options within Supercross 3 are actually pretty customizable depending on your skill level. Usually I play on, the race length doesn't really make a difference depending on your skill, but usually I'm on the medium race length just for the purpose of the videos. Today we're going to be on short. The AI difficulty, I'm always on realistic, well, for the most part. I see people commenting on like the Joker Lane video where I took it every single lap and they're like, you're on the easiest difficulty. Well, yeah, because it's impossible on realistic. It was impossible on the easiest difficulty, so why would I make it even more impossible? Am I right? But here today we're going to be on realistic. Standard physics, joint brakes are actually going to be off. Rider weight is on manual and transmission is on manual. So all of that is pretty much standard for how I play. Now the switch up for today's video is going to be turning rewind and the flow aid on. And I'm going to try to basically create a perfect race. Using the rewind feature, following the flow aid lines, can I make a perfect race happen and beat the realistic AI? Now the flow aid lines are definitely not the big lines, they are kind of just smooth and consistent lines, so hopefully I can find that flow. And for a track, I did decide why not bring the compound tracks into the mix. I haven't really shown the compound tracks much love, so SX compound number 4 is going to be the track for today. We're gonna start off and do it in the 250 class, and then we'll hop into the 450 class and see if the lines actually change from bike to bike. I'm assuming they will, just because the 450 obviously has way more power, but I have it set up for us to do qualifying so I can actually hop in, learn the flow aid line, and figure out how to actually ride Supercross compound track number 4. That's the plan for the video, guys. Let's get into the gameplay. Now you guys know I like to do a question of the video here on the channel, so for today, for this video, let me know in the comments if you think the rewind feature is fair or not. Let me know your opinion on it down below in the comments. Me personally, I think it allows you to create a perfect race. You aren't penalized for your mistakes if you just rewind and redo the section over and over and over again. At the same time, if you use the rewind feature all of the time, you're never going to actually be penalized for your mistakes. You're never going to have those consequences, and you're never going to want to improve. If there's no reason for you to get better, why would you? So I really do think that the rewind feature, it's definitely beneficial for new players and beginner players, but if you're experienced at the game, turn off rewind or else you're a cheater. So yeah, answer the question down below. Of course, if you guys do enjoy at any point in time, smash that thumbs up button for me, and of course that subscribe button, guys. It is always down there. Click that subscribe button, join the Goon Army, turn on the post notifications so that you guys never miss a video. And here we go, it is qualifying time. Changing up the vibe completely. Usually getting claustrophobic in those stadiums, man. Wow, I messed that line up completely, but being in the stadiums 24/7, you feel cramped. You're always indoors. It's nice to get outside, and it's a completely different vibe out here, being outside on the compound tracks. And like I said at the start, oh, a nice little triple there. But like I said at the start, I don't really think I've shown the compound tracks like much love, and they deserve it. They're definitely fun tracks. Obviously in sections like the whoops, where there's not really a rhythm to make it through the section, we don't get a flow aid line, but in all of the other sections, we do. Now obviously I do have the rewind feature for a reason, so if you guys aren't familiar with it, and if you guys only watch my videos on this game, then you probably have had no idea that it even exists until now. If you mess up, you can go ahead and click the rewind button, which is your right bumper, and you can basically just rewind. It's pretty self-explanatory. You rewind, and whenever you want to resume, say right here looks like a good spot, I just click A, it goes into slow motion, gives you time to get prepared, and then you just resume like nothing even happened. So say you absolutely send it off this berm and go down, just click rewind, you can rewind back, and you get a second shot at hitting this corner. So I think you guys can see how it does kind of, feel like cheating in my opinion. It's like if you mess up, just go ahead and click rewind and you don't even have to worry about it. Like there, I totally messed up that section. I didn't hit the flow aid line, so we gotta back up, come into the corner, resume, and then I should be able to just bust out the flow aid line. So that's basically the general idea of this video. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Every mistake, every time I get out of the flow aid line, I'm gonna try and make a rewind happen, go back, make that perfect lap happen, and hopefully I can beat the realistic AI. I don't know how it's gonna play out. I am at the top of qualifying, so I guess it is time to put the skills to the test. I think I probably chose the worst gate to get this done. I'm not gonna give these guys a head start because I don't even think I have anywhere where I can really gain much time on them. I'm assuming the flow aid line is pretty similar to the lines that the AI, oh no, that they actually hit from lap to lap. So in the lead, obviously that goon moment, I got a little worried. I thought these guys were all about to fly by, but yeah, we're just gonna go with the flow. Hopefully make a pretty solid race happen and see where we end up finishing. There we go, finally got that section clean. And I'm not gonna be super critical. If I mess up by like a little bit, I don't think I'll hit that rewind, but let's just see how it plays out. Double single, and that is lap 1. Under, oh my belt, man, sketchy through there. Onto the start straight. That jump's actually a ton of fun. Actually so much fun. It's cool because the compound tracks definitely have some different obstacles that you don't see on the standard Supercross tracks, so it's fun to come in and play them. I feel like I am just gonna like absolutely check out at this point, but this section here I gotta focus on that double single because last lap I did kind of mess it up just a little bit. There we go though. We got this rhythm dialed. I don't even need the rewinds at this point. We are just flowing. Let's go. Double into the corner. This section is definitely, you know what? Let's use a rewind. Definitely messed up there, as you guys can see, and you can go forwards. I forgot to mention that. You can actually go back forwards if you want. You can't go past to where you already were, obviously. It doesn't work that way. But if you want, you can kind of like come in and see how you messed up. Like, okay, I didn't go quick enough, didn't get a good enough pop off of the lip. I clipped this and ended up just bouncing into the third one, and that's not what I wanted to do. So I'm just gonna back up until it's us kind of landing for the corner. It goes into slow-mo, and we get to give it another go. Double single, and up and over the finish line. Piece of cake, man, piece of cake. Yeah, this has definitely been a pretty boring race. I actually don't have, a mistake. Look at that, I started the commentary again at the perfect time. It's been pretty boring, so I wasn't even commentating or anything. I was just cruising, hitting the lines, and flowing. I need another attempt at this rhythm though, because clearly I messed it up. But I thought I was definitely gonna get a bigger lead than what I have so far, especially with no mistakes. Like, it's been a perfect race, really, hitting the lines the game wants me to hit. When I have messed up, I've used those rewinds to my advantage. Now, it would be pretty cool if Supercross, if Milestone took kind of a page, out of Forza's book. And what if they went ahead and gave us like a cornering line or a braking line so that you knew where you should try and be in the corner? Oh, that was sketchy. That was so sketchy. Hey, shout out to whoever just subbed. I should turn the alerts on for the videos because those sounds keep happening. You guys keep subscribing during the videos, and I never know who to show the support to. I think this section here, that on-off, is the hardest part. The hardest part of the rhythms, like trying to get that pop from the first tabletop onto the second, it's difficult. This triple, it did take me a little bit to get the hang of, but you just need to pull back on both joysticks, hold it wide open, and pray for the best. Through there, I guess I am Would you guys say I'm cheating the system? I'm just kind of hitting it like a whoop section. It looks like, now that I actually look at it, it looks like it wants me to double. So I haven't been doing that. Maybe I'm cheating the system. And I cheated it the whole entire moto because we are on the last lap. Oh man, if I went down there, actually let's just do it. Just for the fun of the video because I don't do it too often. Let's count that as a mistake. And let's see if I can resume like right here. Even, oh, that worked. Man, that worked way better than what I expected. I was gonna say, even if I mess up, I can just rewind again right away, so it wouldn't have been an issue if I did mess up. Double in, triple, I'm even getting some stees thrown into the mix now, hitting these lines. And this is fun. Definitely was able, rewind time. But definitely able to find that flow here on this track pretty easily. Oh man, I was gonna use a rewind, but we salvaged it. We did manage to stay in that rhythm, but yeah, I messed up those whoops, that's for sure. Bounce double right to here. There we go. Look at how good you can make your lines. I got a terrible drive through the whoops, but that entry, man, I fixed that up completely using that rewind. So that is it, the 250 race in the bag. So even hitting those lines, I was like 2 seconds, almost 2.5 seconds quicker than Jordan Bailey. That is actually crazy. I thought since we were all hitting the same lines, the exact same rhythms, that I would have been maybe like half a second quicker, but yeah, 2.5 seconds. Holy. Alright, now qualifying time, guys, here on the 450, and just judging by the fact that they still have that double single line in the mix, I want to say the flow line is going to be the exact same on the 450, which is kind of a bummer, but it might actually make it even more difficult just due to the fact that if the AI are going quicker, yeah, I have to hit the same lines. I can't really be going much faster than I was on that 250. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting how this one's gonna play out. I think I'm gonna let the AI get the advantage right off the bat. Now obviously, little mistake there. I could back up if I really wanted to and try and fix that up just a little bit. There is kind of a trick to it. So I know that I landed this double pretty good. I landed the double good, but I just didn't give it enough gas to make that triple out of the corner. I could go ahead and set myself up back here, but then I have to worry about timing this double once again. What you can do, you can kind of play the system. Once you're in the air, go ahead and resume, and you're actually gonna land the jump perfectly, just like that. So, little rewind tips, which your boy Goonzig. I don't even know much about rewind, and I'm figuring out the tips because I've used it a ton in this video already. But it does look like all of the lines are the same, so I guess I don't really have to learn. Oh my goodness, that was, I almost tripled that and I didn't even try. I think that should definitely be the line through there, triple and then double the finish line, and I think Milestone could have taken the time to update the 450 lines, because if people are on the 450 and they're hitting those lines thinking they're hitting like some decent lines, oh man, they are in for a rude awakening one day when they decide to actually just twist that throttle. Like, through this section, man, you could easily bust out like a quad or something. I was in second gear, like quarter throttle, and I made it all the way through that rhythm. Same with here. Even on the 250, we could have been tripling through there. Once again, I chose, I think, the worst gate pick I possibly could have chosen, but I'm gonna give these guys a 5-second head start before I do actually go ahead and attack this track. It's not gonna be a huge advantage just because, yeah, they all pretty much messed up there in that first corner, but it's basically just putting me at the back of the field. And I wanna see if I can use these lines, make a perfect race happen, and can it actually play out in my favor and make me work my way through the field. I think it might be difficult, because I can't really hit any lines that deserves a rewind for sure. But I can't really hit any lines that they aren't hitting. It actually looks like, oh, and then I OJ'd it. I can't cheat the system like that. But I thought they all would have been hitting the exact same lines as me, but it looks like a lot of them did not hit that line through that rhythm, which is surprising. They like doubled into it, which is really, really slow. So maybe I do, even though these lines seem pretty slow to me, have a pretty big advantage over these guys. I'm already up into like 12th man, battling with Grant Langston. That jump right there might be my favorite jump on the track. Sadly, we don't get to absolutely send it on the 450. It's harder to keep that flow alive. Oh man, I'm getting bodied by Baggett. We're bodying Ferry and people off track. Oh man, I OJ'd that. You could definitely say that wasn't a smooth line. But like I said, I'm being pretty lenient. And with the AI being all over the place, I think this first part of the moto is not going to be smooth no matter what. I'm gonna be hitting people, they're gonna be hitting me, and we're gonna be battling. Reedy and Millsaps, the only two remaining at this point to get past. So even though we are hitting the lines that Milestone recommends, we're still going quicker than the AI. And that might just be due to the fact that I'm attacking the corners a little harder than these guys, getting on the gas a little earlier in the corners, coming out of the corners, and yeah, just carrying, I guess, some more speed around the track when it comes to the flow of things. Millsaps, though, he has a decent little lead for himself. He got out to that early lead, and he's not looking back. But I'm on the hunt for him. We are chasing him down, and I doubt he leads to the end of this lap. As long as I can get a good drive into this corner. Rewinds, man. Those rewinds come in handy. So now I know when I land, I basically got to hit the brakes pretty much right away. And actually, I was able to angle myself. I'm gonna use a rewind. Things definitely got sketchy there, but I feel like it was actually still pretty quick and on par with a fast lap. Cause like we flowed into this corner and I could have just got on the gas and carried on like nothing even happened. Now you guys can see what I mean about replay or the rewind. Do I keep calling it replay? I feel like I keep calling it replay. The rewind feature. It allows you to create a perfect race. I barely messed up and I used it there. Just because it costed me maybe half a second the way I landed that jump. Why not use a rewind? Why not go back, give it another go, and try and just shape a perfect moto? We're into that lead. I was gonna say smooth sailing and then I went and did that. Man, I scrubbed the wrong jump. So double, triple, and now it's probably gonna be smooth sailing to victory. Coming up on 2 laps to go, so next lap we will get that white flag. And I am just messing up, I guess, just completely messing up. Riding my own race at this point. I am checking out. Only gonna do 2 more laps. 52.164 is my fastest lap, and that is actually just a little bit quicker than the 250. Obviously the 450 has more pull. It's got that power, so I'm not surprised by that. Being, I think like what, 3/100ths of a second quicker on the bigger bike. I think that pretty much makes sense in my eyes. I did mess up. Oh man, and I wasn't gonna use the rewind, but now that we're using one anyways, we might as well go all the way back. I would classify this as a mistake. I definitely got out of that flow and got that bounce, that case life through that section. So maybe just give it a little more, and then there we go, double single into the corner. Double land, we can, stretch out the triple and salvage this line through here. Oh man, sometimes that line can actually be tricky to get, and I haven't been super picky. If I kind of bounce through it and end up making it work, I count that as a success. Up and over the finish line, and we are on to the last lap of this video. We are gonna get it done. Millsaps is like 2.5 seconds down, so he's there. He's definitely keeping us honest. But you guys know if I was busting out the normal lines that I would hit on that 450, I would be gone. Should I do it just to end it off, to end off the video? Actually, you know what? Let's put in a solid flow line attempt, make this a perfect race, and we will end off the video showing you guys what the normal lines on a 450 would actually be. A little sketchy through there, but as I said last lap, if I get a little bounce, I'm okay with that. And that has been making a perfect race here in Supercross 3. We got one more rewind to do, man, and that is right here. On the gas, double. Oh, wheelie scrub that single, and there we go. Finish line, that is it. That is all. Now, just to end it off, guys, the flow aid, rewind, everything is still active here for this race. I just wanted to actually showcase what lines you can hit pretty easily on the 450. Now, I don't even know the track. I do think that through there is probably the fast line. But yeah, you can triple onto that table pretty easily, and I'm sure there's a quick way to like triple through that section. Now, I do think that double triple into this section is the fast line. It's just the end that they don't have spot on. Other than that, there's not really too much going on the track. Like this, obviously you want to double it, you don't want to single, that just makes no sense. But this section here, let's do one more lap and I will show you guys how easy it is to actually triple it. It's easy on the 250, which means it's even easier here on the 450. So up and over, probably my favorite jump on the track. Down the start straight into this first corner. The whoops are the whoops. Maybe I can actually bust out a different line through here for you guys. Yeah, see, that's just a weird line for that section. Triple up and on, and then slow up, and then we can triple double into the corner, so that works. That is definitely a decent line through there. See if I can get this triple line. Not perfect. Definitely was not perfect, but it worked. Flow through there. Double into the corner, and watch this. I barely had any speed. I cased it a little bit, but obviously if I railed that corner, if I didn't mess up in the corner, actually, I guess I can show you guys. I'm gonna be honest, I came through these whoops a little hot if I wanted to get a good drive through the corner, but you just get on the gas, and it's that easy. It's that easy to make that triple. So if you were hitting those lines, you would have an even bigger advantage over the AI. The flow aid lines are definitely not the fast line, but I had fun with this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash that thumbs up button, and I will see you guys all later. Peace out.